Imagine standing at the edge of the runway as the first golden light of dawn touches the tarmac and the distant roar of jet engines slowly builds into a thunderous symphony. Because this is not just plane spotting. This is Lucknow Airport, Chaudhary Charan Singh International Airport, where history, culture, technology, and aviation passion meet in one breathtaking frame. And from the very first second, you realize that every aircraft here carries more than passengers. It carries stories, ambitions, and the pulse of a city that has always balanced tradition with progress. Welcome to a place where wide-body dreams and narrow-body realities share the same sky, where every landing feels like a performance and every takeoff feels like a promise. As the morning begins with IndiGo A320, slicing through the calm air with clockwork precision, followed by Air India aircraft, wearing the legacy of a national carrier that has connected Lucknow to the world for decades, their engines echoing across the plains of Uttar Pradesh while spotters lock their lenses, knowing that timing is everything here, because Lucknow Airport is a dynamic stage, a place where domestic workhorses dominate the schedule, yet international arrivals add a sudden spark of excitement as a wide-body from the Middle East appears on the horizon, its massive wings cutting through the haze, reminding everyone watching that this city is deeply connected to global routes carrying workers, families, and dreams across continents. And as the sun climbs higher, the runway comes alive with movement. Ground crews moving with practiced efficiency, pushback tractors humming, flaps extending, spoilers arming, and that magical moment, just before rotation when the aircraft seems to pause for half a second, as if gathering courage before lifting off into the sky. And for plane spotters, this moment is pure adrenaline, the kind that keeps you waiting for hours just to feel it again. Lucknow Airport may not be the busiest in India, but that is exactly what makes it special, because every movement here feels personal, every arrival noticeable, every departure worth watching. Unlike mega hubs, where aircraft blur into statistics, here you can track registrations, liveries, engine types, and airline strategies simply by observing what lands and what departs. And as the day progresses, the traffic pattern tells a deeper story about India's aviation growth. Low-cost carriers dominating domestic skies, regional connectivity schemes bringing smaller cities closer, and international airlines recognizing Lucknow as a gateway for diaspora traffic, especially to the Gulf, where wide-body aircraft arrive heavy, powerful, and purposeful, touching down firmly before reversing thrust with a roar that shakes the ground and sends chills down the spine of every aviation lover standing nearby. And then there is this soundscape of Lucknow Airport, a unique mix of turbofan whine, reverse thrust, thunder, APU hum, and distant ATC chatter, all blending into a rhythm that feels alive. And as spotters track aircraft through heat haze, adjusting focus, waiting for that perfect angle, the airport reveals its character, modern terminals reflecting glass and steel ambition, contrasted with the cultural elegance of Lucknow itself, a city known for grace, language, and heritage, now mirrored in an airport that welcomes millions with quiet confidence. As afternoon approaches, the light changes, shadows stretch, and aircraft silhouettes become sharper, offering cinematic shots of jets rotating against a blue sky, their landing gear retracting as they climb, banking gently, turning toward Delhi, Mumbai, Dubai, Jeddah, or beyond. Each departure a reminder that aviation is not just transport. It is connection, it is emotion, it is movement. And plane spotting here becomes a meditation, teaching patience, observation, and appreciation for engineering perfection, from the precise alignment on final approach to the smooth touchdown that separates an average landing from a great one. And when a pilot greases it onto the runway, the silent nods among spotters say everything, because respect for skill is universal in aviation. And as evening approaches, Lucknow Airport transforms once again, the golden hour painting aircraft in warm tones, airline logos glowing, navigation lights blinking to life, and the atmosphere feels almost cinematic, as if every movement is part of a carefully directed film. Wide bodies preparing for night departures, domestic jets lining up in sequence, wingtip vortices faintly visible in humid air, and cameras clicking non-stop, because this is the moment every spotter waits for, when light, motion, and emotion align perfectly. And as darkness falls, the runway lights guide aircraft, like a constellation on the ground, arrivals slicing through the night sky, landing lights piercing the darkness, flaring gently before touchdown. And in those final seconds before wheels meet runway, time seems to slow, reminding you why plane spotting is not just a hobby. It is a passion that connects people across borders, languages, and backgrounds, standing together with cameras, radios, and shared excitement. And Lucknow Airport proves that you don't need the world's biggest hub to feel the magic of aviation. You just need the right place, the right aircraft, and the right moment. And as the final aircraft of the night taxis in, engines spooling down, lights dimming, and the airport settles into a quiet hum, one truth becomes clear. Plane spotting at Lucknow Airport is not about numbers. It is about experience, about feeling every arrival, respecting every departure, and understanding that each aircraft you watch today becomes a memory you carry forever. So, if you are an aviation lover, a dreamer, or someone who simply feels alive when engines roar and wings lift, then Lucknow Airport is calling you. Because here, the sky never feels distant, the runway never feels ordinary, and every single flight reminds you why we look up, why we wait, and why aviation will always have the power to inspire, connect, and move us forward into the endless blue.